platform, but he also inspires us and gives us plenty of amazing information. So, without further ado, Mr. Eric Robinson, the floor is yours.
Woo! Thank you, Marcella Braggs. Hold on, let me get my mic. Check my mic. Do y'all hear me clearly? Is my mic all right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Woo!
Mike
Thank you,
sounds
Marcella.
nice.
Check one. That's right. Check 45. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say check 45, right? Because like, why we start with one? But anyway, thank you, Marcel, for that wonderful introduction. I don't now the comedian on the platform. I don't know where you got that one from. Somebody must have snuck that. Did you make that one up yourself? That was a self-made thing. Because I really don't have any comedy in me. But don't you do it, Jock. Don't you do it.
Y'all know Eric was trying to be a comedian when we were
I just
young,
said,
right?
don't you do it, man.
y'all know he really two things he wanted to be. Nah, because you pulled my rump shaker video multiple times, buddy. So this is just a chance for me. Two things Eric wanted to be real quick, just so y'all know. He took breakdance classes. He had custom-made cardboard boxes that he used to spin on. And he wanted to be a comedian. And he always, one thing I will say, whenever Eric, we brought up a topic, Eric would always be like, I'm telling you, Jock, I got a book on it. He always had a book on anything that we talked about. So breakdancing, comedian, and always had a book on it.
Troy, where you at, man? You went over 30 seconds. You supposed to mute him.
It was good.
Oh,
I'm trying to tell you, if we was talking about carburetors, hey man, I'm telling you, I know how to fix it. I got a book on it.
So I've always been an avid reader, is what he said, but I did have a book. I did read. Back then, you had the encyclopedias. You really, this before internet, right? You really had to go get the book. So I really had the book.
Ooh, ain't nothing wrong with that, Eric. I mean, I went in a parts store a couple of months ago. You know, they used to have those books with the parts that you could buy with whatever car you had. I'm like, what y'all doing on the books? I'm like, we don't need them. No.
Yeah, you know, this most of your electronic devices don't even come with manuals anymore. That used to be the thing. It came with manuals. Now it doesn't come with manuals anymore. They download the manuals. Woo! Between him and Jamie. Jamie be taking my lines.
Yeah, little gadgets that you ordered too. They do that. They show up in a box and you ain't got no instructions.
No instruction. You go to YouTube. YouTube is the number one. YouTube took over the Encyclopedia Britannica. Remember those things? You had all the encyclopedias. My kids don't know what encyclopedias are. Man, them some heavy old
remember
books.
The ones for the kids? You used to get the encyclopedias for the adults, but do y'all remember the ones for the kids? They were called childcraft books.
Childcraft. Yeah, man. You had like A to A-H, and then the A-H to or A-A-A-L to this. And when some of the longer alphabet words.
Teach you how to make paper.
Then you had the world books too. You had the world book also.
Yeah, that was 2 editions. Was all together. We had it all.
Hey, why
we had it all. That's why we're so smart. We had it all.
Why Danny said I could see you break dancing while Jamie was talking.
So everybody's drifting this morning.
Let's bring it back around.
All y'all drifting this morning.
Bring it back around.
Thank you, Tawana. Thank you, Tawana, for saving the flock. Today I want to share something that today I'm gonna wrap up the recruiting masterclass. But I was in a mastermind last night, Jock. We was in a mastermind with it was supposed to, and here's the lesson. I'm gonna give y'all the whole thing because there might be a training here. It's supposed to be a mastermind with Jamie Prickett, the CEO of Xperts. We were supposed to get together, but he had a situation where his internet wasn't acting right because he's remodeling his house and things. So one of the leaders, Henoch, said, you know what, I'm just gonna let's all still meet. So we met up. It was me, Jock, and Henoch on the call. And one of the cool things was we was able to talk about stuff that we sometimes can't talk with new associates, because you talk like this with new associates, it may overwhelm them and people get scared. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the old saying, you don't want to, nobody's like different, or people are different, but it doesn't matter. It's not like, what's the word I'm trying to say? One's not better than the other, right? A sixth grader is not better than an eighth grader. They just have different levels.
It's level. Yeah.
It's just different levels. And one is not better than the other, right? Because the eighth grader was a sixth grader one time, right? So it is different. So we was having a conversation, and then Enoch was breaking down something. He's like, Eric, how many licensed agents you got? I'm like, well, man, we just over like 270. Like we ain't there yet. He's like, only.
Right.
He's like, I got 51. He's like, your business 4 times. Cause I started off, I was like, Enoch, there was a book we read by Patrick Bet-David, Choose Your Enemies Wisely. And I was like, Enoch, when we got started, you was my enemy. He didn't know it because we was trying to go after him for personal recruiting. And personal recruiting, it was him. Then it was next thing you know, he was the number one. And I was like, so me and Mary was the number one recruiter our first year in the business, in the company. And so I was like, he would get somebody, not get somebody. He'd get somebody, I get somebody. I'm like, oh man. And so I'm really competitive. And I was like, I got to beat him. And so Enoch was like, I'm okay. I don't care who's this Enoch guy. He's going down. And he did go down. But my point is, last night we was in the mastermind and I got a chance to meet him and spend some time with him when we was in Cancun on an Xperts trip. And so we was sitting there last night on a Zoom and we're just talking, and made me realize I'm thinking only. He was like, Eric, you're still 4 times bigger than me. Then he broke
something down. How long
has
Enoch been in the business?
He's been in the industry for probably about maybe like 14, 15 years.
I wanted to shine the spotlight there because of the accomplishments you made, and he realized it. Sometimes we don't realize our growth, and he was able to point out how much growth you've made just in a couple of years.
Yeah, Jock, that was big. And it's kind of lining up to what I was going to talk about today, but that wasn't what I was going to talk about today. But that was cool because it kind of put it in perspective for me. Because sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you miss your perspective. So somebody got to bring it in perspective for you, which he did. But then he talked about earlier, he was talking about the income. He was like, Eric, where's your income at? So I shared my income. I said, man, I ain't there yet. He's like, man, listen, I've been around. This is how the income works. And he said, this is why recruiting is so critical in our industry. Because as you recruit people, your income kind of goes like this. He said, I don't care if it's 100,000, you get a peak right here, or if it's 200,000, it flat lines, and people at 300,000 flat line here, and they get upset. People 400,000 flat lines like this. He said, but your income goes like this for a while. I don't care if it's 50,000 or 10,000. It goes like this for a while. It's flat, it's this way. But then when it peaks, it doesn't peak like this incremental. It jumps.
It shoots up. Yeah.
He said it peaks and it jumps like this. Why? He said, because you're learning and you're learning how to write business, and you're learning how to write business. In the beginning, you're learning how to write business. You're going through the trials and tribulations. I'm going through the ups and downs. I'm going through the bruises, and everybody's learning curve is different. But once you get it, bam, it jumps. Because now you're able to get clients and get clients and get clients. I got this, right? So your income just jumps. It doesn't just go like 1 client and 2 clients. That 1 client is like a little increase. I'm making $1,000 a month. I get 1 client, and next thing you know, you start getting better. Then you start getting 5 clients, 6 clients, 7 clients, and then your income just jumps, right? Because the same thing happens when you're looking at your team. Well, your team has been able to, in the beginning, they don't know how to write business. So they're learning, they're growing. You're nurturing them, you're nurturing them. And then you got a team, you got 5, 6 people on your team, you're nurturing, maybe it's 10 people on your team, and you're nurturing, you're wondering what's going to happen, when it's going to go, they ain't doing nothing, they ain't getting nowhere. Always keep watering, right? If you're trying to grow any kind of tree, any kind of plant, any kind of fruit, any kind of anything, you got to keep nurturing. Once you stop nurturing, once you stop giving the sunlight, stop giving the water, stop feeding the nutrients, right? Once you stop, it's going to die. So you just got to keep. So they say, Eric, well, how long do you got to keep watering until it grows? If it's good seed, it's going to always grow. Are y'all with me? So you got to keep nurturing. And then now it starts to do 1 cell, 2 cells. Now, suppose you got 10 people and everybody that month eventually is getting it. 3 months later, now they're able, 6 months later, whatever the time frame is, depends on how good you can nurture. And now they all get 1 cell. You realize now they make 1 deal, your income goes, boom, it jumps up. Why? Because now you got 10 people making 1 sale. Are y'all with me? Then what happens when those 10 been able to make 2 sales, 3 sales a month? So now they get it. Now they can all make 3 sales. Boom, it jumps up. Are y'all catching that? So your income jumps up and spikes instead of ease and creep. Because when you're nurturing a group, now here's the problem. You don't have a group. It's going to be just your income jumping up. But once you start to understand the concept of a group, and see, that's why most people miss it, because they're so busy into, this is what really caught me. You're so busy into yourself.
Yes.
See, when you're so busy into yourself, when you're trying to 1X, when you're trying to do addition, I just need addition. When you're trying to do addition, you can do addition by yourself, right? You can do addition by yourself. If I want to do an addition room to my house, I could probably work on it and extend my kitchen. I can knock down a wall and get some books and everything. It may take me a while, but I might be eventually able to do it. Are y'all with me? I can probably remodel my own kitchen. Might not want to do it, probably shouldn't do it, but I could probably do it on my own. Take me some time to learn it. But if I'm trying to build a whole freaking community, I can't do all the kitchens in the community. Are y'all with me? I live in a community with over 300 houses. You have to get somebody else to help you. You can't have, the one person didn't do all the kitchens in all 300 homes. Are y'all with me? There was a crew of people. Yep. They went to house, and then to the next house, and then to the next house, and to the next house. Next you know, you look up, there's a whole daggone community. And they didn't put all the houses up at the same time, right? There's a house here, house, and they got a system, a process. So what I'm trying to tell you, you got to ask yourself, are you focusing on trying to remodel your own kitchen, or are you trying to build a community? It's your choice.
Ooh, boy. So you rewind, say that one again. Bet you can't remember that.
I sure can. Jock, are you focused on trying to remodel your own kitchen, or are you trying to build a community? See, when you're just remodeling your own kitchen, you got just enough for your own family to eat and maybe some friends to eat. But when you build a community, it's enough for the whole neighborhood to eat.
Hold on, E. Wait. So you telling me if you become self-absorbed, right? Self-absorbed, you're probably going to run into a situation that we've seen a lot where you're just going to burn out. And then you blame it probably on everything, but what it is you didn't believe in the growth process and how the growth process could free you up and put you in a better situation in the long run.
Absolutely, Josh. But see, because remember, plants grow both up and down. There's a gravitational pull, right? And then you get the pull growing up, right? So a tree grows down and up at the same time. So when you just focus on yourself and things go wrong, then you can easily quit. You're like, oh, this stuff is pulling me down. This stuff is going wrong, right? But then when you got a team, you see, man, it ain't just pulling me up. I see some upside too, because maybe the team can help lift you up. See, when you got to be the only one lifting yourself up, ooh, y'all, it's hard. It's easy to pack up your tent and say, I'm done. Pick up my ball and say, I'm gone. But when you got other people depending on you, it's a little less. See, I want to share something when we talk about 10X is easier than 2X. And remember, the whole conversation, I want y'all to understand, everybody it's not the lack of resources. Ooh, I want y'all to understand something. It's not what you know that matters. It's how you think that matters most.
That was good.
Yeah. It's not what you know that matters most. It's how you think. See, Marcella, you made a decision. Let me ask you this question, Marcella. When you purchased your Hugs Media yesterday, you can go to hugsmedia.com and get it, hugsmedia.com. Hit me up if you want the discount. We got a $50 discount code. This is my commercial. We got a $50 discount code running just to the end of this month. Hit me up if you want the discount code, but after this month, the price is not only you don't get the discount code, the price is going up. So then you know that now. So Marcella, let me ask you a question. When you put your credit card information in there, did the process go through, or did it say denied, lack of funds? What happened?
It went through.
I don't know if you caught that. See, when you made the decision, the money was there. You just had to decide, where do you want to spend the money? Do I want to spend it on my electric bill? Do I want to spend it on my business? Are y'all catching that? See, the money's usually there. How do you want to spend the money? Where do you want to spend the money? Where do you want to focus? See, some people are going to come into it and focus on the negative. Oh, this ain't that, I ain't do this, bam. Well, guess what? That's where your focus is. And historically, that's probably where your focus is. See, entrepreneurs is always trying to focus on, there's going to always be issue. There's a pothole in every road in America somewhere. You drive long enough, there will be a pothole. You might hit it. Sometimes you hit it. Sometimes you avoid it. Just the facts of life. But are you focused on your destination, Or are you more worried about the speed bumps and the potholes along the journey? See, while you're driving down that road, you can focus on the dirtiness, the trash, the stuff on the side of the road, or you can see the beautiful trees. You can see the beautiful scenery, or you can see all the opportunities. Every time I go to New York, I just quiver because I see houses and people on top. I see millions of people in one spot, and I'm like, somebody's my customer for something. Jock, you talk about getting outside. There's literally millions of people. You're like, oh my goodness. Social media shrinks the world so you think it's only a few people. But you go outside, it's like literally millions.
Eric, do you remember that time you went out? You were kind of work. You know how we work, and we in the house and we work. And remember that time? I remember you were downtown. And you was like, bro, it's so many people out here. So many ultra clients. You were talking about ultra clients because you were talking about the cars and stuff that were.
Yeah, I remember exactly where I was at, Jock. I was downtown and I was walking out. I was out just leaving the Starbucks and I was dropping a friend of mine off at the courthouse, and we was downtown Washington, D.C. And I was like, man, this person, this Benz, there's a Bentley, there's another car, there's another Mercedes, there's this, there's that. And there's people, there's short people, there's tall people, there's white people, there's Asian people, there's Chinese people, there's people who dress with guys with tank tops and look like they had women outfits on. And there was girls who looked like they had men outfits on. And there was all people from all there was people wearing in suits and everything and nice. And I'm like, Brooks Brothers to Gucci, Louis. I'm like, it's people everywhere. I was just on one block. I'm like, I haven't left the block. I'm just on one block and seeing people everywhere downtown. But when you go home and sitting behind your computer screen, you think everybody looks like you and everything looks like you and everybody's in the same situation as you. Why? Because Facebook brings people, the social media world brings people that are similar to what you're going through. They're similar in nature. So sometimes you just got to put yourself in other groups. If you're on social media, I'm giving y'all another plug. Put yourself in a group that don't look like you, that you don't even think about, you don't even care about. Go join a group of, I don't know, housewives who throw knives. Just go join that group. I don't care. You got to go get in it. Why? Because you're going to see what they're talking about. Your goal is to let your mind see it's more than just you. This last week, my daughter took me to 3 concerts. 3 concerts in 1 week. Actually, 2 concerts. The third person didn't, lost their voice. And these are both concerts, one in DC. Never been to this location. This location is now remodeled, revamped, and I'm just down there. And Jock, you know, down there where the off of 4th Street in New York Avenue, where it used to be the old you probably know this remodel, but I didn't know it.
You talking? You said 4th and what? Rhode Island?
Not New York Avenue, 4th New York Avenue. When you turn down
back where the Wendy's is and McKinley Tech is back there.
No, before you get there, coming from Maryland, before you get there, before you go over the bridge, down like the little warehouse district, we used to have all the you can go buy all the stuff in the warehouses and stuff.
Yeah, 5th Street, 4th Street. Matter of fact, I used to live on 4th Street.
Yeah, so now it's like all remodeled. They got restaurants and stuff every down there. I'm like, man, it's a whole new world. I'm like, whoo. Haven't been there. So I went to a club down there. It was just music I haven't seen. I'm like, man, people from everywhere. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a whole different world. Then the following next night, she took me to a concert in Baltimore. And I'm like, man, you go through one part of Baltimore and it's like, oh my goodness, lock your doors, hide your kids, hide your wife. It's like, oh, what? Don't get me wrong. Don't hate on me, Steven. I know you're from Baltimore. But still, it's like, hide your kids, hide your wife. Turn the corner and bam. Then we go to this concert and it's like a concert, this young lady, what's her name? Melanie Martinez. Never heard of her before. But it's like, I felt like I was like at a Comic-Con event. It's just, they all just people from all over and all walks and every kind of, I'm like, and she packed the stadium. I'm like, how many people can come to see this stuff? And you start to lose perspective. She's packed a whole freaking stadium of people. So what am I trying to tell y'all? It's people out there looking for what you got. Their people are there. Are y'all with me? And once you make that decision, so I know I was supposed to talk about recruiting, but once you make that decision to work on your business and get out there, you'll find it. It's not a lack of resources. It's not a lack of money. It's sometimes a lack of faith and belief. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you just said something, and I gotta put it in perspective. Remember, you said, we always talk about recruiting, but you just talked about going to a concert.
Mm-hmm.
You went to 3 concerts. Were they pretty much sold out, or was one sold out?
One was sold out, jam packed at a big arena. The other one was at like a little small bar type of place, and
Okay.
she was pretty. It was for that place. It was people. It was kind of packed there.
All right, let me put it in perspective. Those artists are just like life insurance agents. The example you use is an example of 3 different agents that have 3 different systems that they use. But those systems are results of their followers. They just didn't wake up one morning and the girl that packed the big arena just said, you know what, I'm gonna pack a big arena. She went out and marketed herself some kind of way and created a following that has nothing to do with people you are in touch with, going somewhere with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody has a chance to create exactly what that artist did, their own following. But it depends on what types of systems you use, what types of processes you use, what types of what types of things are you doing to brand and put yourself out there. You see what I'm saying? So that I just
Oh,
saw that.
it's clear. I picked. Matter of fact, when we went to the first concert, my daughter and her girlfriend was like, my daughter knew the girl. The girl never heard of the girl. The girl's like, who is this girl? Ain't sold out the place. This place ain't even sold out. And that's what the girlfriend was saying. Was like, this first concert, this place ain't sold out. Who can't sell out the place? I'm thinking it's gonna be seats, and it was like standing. It's like a stand-up place. I'm like, where we sitting at? She says, no, it's no sitting there. We just stand up. I'm like, stand up. So but then the second girl we went to see, there's like, oh yeah, she had her thing is a trilogy. She's doing this and she's doing this. She was on The Voice and she was on Voice season 2, and she had her story. Her marketing pitch was down for the second girl who packed out the big stadium. You can tell, same artist to me, they both sound same about the same. One had a better production. Melody Martinez came with a production, sound, crew, stage, everything, the marketing, the promotions, the shirts, everything. It was a whole production. The other girl was just an artist playing in a local club.
Trying to find her way.
Trying to find a way. Now, she had a little merch gear and little things and stuff, but you could just tell it was
different level.
Different level job. But we were the same buyers.
Mm-hmm.
See, we were the same buyers. We bought one ticket for $25, and we went to the other place and bought another ticket for $125. We were the same 3 people at all 3 concerts.
Message.
One decided to take $125 from us. The other one said, I only want $25 from you. If she would have had her stuff together and her marketing together and the process together, she could have got $125 from us, just like the girl the next day did.
Who gave you the best experience?
The 125.
Message.
The 125. The 125 had me recording. I was like, dang, oh my goodness. She had fire, she has pyros. I don't know words she said. She had me so this is how bad it was. I was like, I'm here with the Melody Martinez concert. So you know how you make reels? I'm gonna do this 1 minute. You make the Facebook reels. So I looked the second girl up and I had some pictures. So I'm gonna make a reel on Facebook. Let me use her music. And I put her music on, but the music was so loud when I was making it, I couldn't tell what the word. I didn't hear the words. And the next day I heard the words. I'm like, oh, shucks, I actually did that. I put that thing on there. I had to delete it. But I was so wrapped up into experience that I went ahead and created a reel with her music on it. I didn't even like when I finally heard the words by itself. Both of them, to me, sound the best, sound the same in terms of singing production, actually can sing. They're both about the same. But one, you can tell is polished and more professional and use processes and systems, Jock, and had a team. It wasn't just her. The one girl you see was just her and her band. They packing up, picking down. The other girl had a whole process with a team. It was just a different experience. And I'm telling you, we left out. I'm only telling you the story because of the experience that I had with the 125 ticket. If I didn't have that experience, I wouldn't share the story with what experience I had with the $25 ticket. We get that every day. That's like going to Wendy's and McDonald's. You don't talk about that. You talk about when you go to Ruth Chris, when you go to Del Frisco's, right? Or when you go to the Palmers, when you go someplace nice. You talk about those experiences. You pay a little bit more, but the experiences is worth telling the stories. So with that being said, hope y'all got something. I don't know I was supposed to give y'all some high-level recruiting training, but if you're picking up what I'm putting down, you might get something. So we're going to recap today First hand up is Dr. Teresa O'Day. Talk to us.
Ooh, this is some deep massage. I tell you all, I don't know, this experience right here. Oh, I don't know. I took a bunch of notes today. So what I got, seriously, when we talk about subsistence versus community building. So when we concentrate on ourselves, there's less growth as against collaborating, working with other people, less effort, more growth. So to sum it all for me, like you say, I really think, poverty is a mindset. So it's not what we know or what we have, but the way we think. So this is some real vision stretching to me as far as, entrepreneurship. Again, I say it's a deep massage. So what happens when we get a deep massage, guys? What happens?
Ooh.
It just loosens up, the nuts and release the strains in a deeper layers of the muscles. And this is just for our business. Sharing this is just, it helps us kind of, get deep into some of the kinks or the nuts, that are holding us back, to loosen it up so that we can actually, propel in our business endeavor.
I like that, Dr. It's kind of like detoxing your brain, detoxing your business muscles. Ooh.
Yes.
I love
That's
it.
what I got today. And when we get that massage, what happens? Sometimes it leaves you like tired, right? But then for later on, re-energizing your muscles and your body. So this is what I got today. It seemed like you just put us to sleep. But I tell you, when we do revive, it's, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Money, talk to us. You got 2 minutes.
Two things, brother. I'll just listen to. When you listen to that, it levels. The reason why it's levels because you're becoming better and better at what you do. You're becoming more better experiencing doing things. So your comfort level is stronger. How you say? Because you're more comfortable. That's why your levels start kind of go up higher and higher because you're becoming better and better because you're more comfortable. And the other thing that I was thinking when they asked about the hugs media, excuse my messed up words there, sir. It's what we say because we Bible readers, right? And what it always say there, and we read and we put it on our speech out. What we always say: if there's a will, there's a way.
That's true.
So if how you say, if you want the will, you'll find a way.
Love it, brother. Love it. Thank you for that one. And you did it in under a minute, man. You're getting better. There's levels of this. Marcella Braggs, talk to us.
I like that, Stephen. I like that. Like you were saying, Eric, one of the ladies I went and spoke with yesterday, she has a auto insurance company. And so I went in, I had been talking to her and I went in and I told her, I said, guess what? And she said, what? I said, I'm getting ready to study for my health license. I said, I wish the person that recruited me would have told me to do life and health together. And so she failed the life part of her license. So she was sitting there, she said, I think I'm gonna go back and try it again. I said, yeah, let's do this together because she has an extra desk in the office. I said, because I'm gonna recruit you and we're gonna be business partners, and that's gonna be my desk over there. So I said, when I come back from Canada, we're gonna do this. I said, so if you see me doing cartwheels down the sidewalk, that means I passed my test. So she said she's gonna try it again in a couple of weeks. So I'm just ready. I just been in there dripping on her.
I love it. Don't throw that back out trying to do no cartwheels. Make sure you. All right, we just gonna say we're gonna say we did it and how they say Do it not and say we did. So we're gonna let you pass on the cartwheel. But y'all, you might be able to do a cartwheel. You're young and flexible, so you can probably do a cartwheel. Who else? I'm not gonna pose my limitations on you. Go on down there, cartwheels. Anybody else? Anybody else with a recap? Anybody else? Any other hands? Mr. Danny, the real deal Hill. Talk to us, sir.
How's everyone doing? You know what I got from this art? For me, are you focused on your destination or are you focused on the potholes that's trying to stop? Like, we all know trying to reach your destination, we might come into complications and we might come into, say for instance, we going to Six Flags. On the route to Six Flags, we might witness car rage, the kids crying in the back, flat tires. But we know once we get to that destination, we're going to be good once we get there. We all going to go through these potholes. We all going to go through these road rages and flat tires and everything just trying to stop us from getting to our destination. Just keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
That's what I got.
Yeah, and Danny, if I can share something with you real quick. Brother, anytime you ever feel like you're getting sidetracked and looking at and not focus on your destination, anytime that happens to you, look at your picture. Just pull that picture up and put it as a screensaver. Because tell me, y'all, does that picture right there look like he's so focused on his destination that he can see it?
That's that star mentality. You got that star mentality.
Yeah, that image you got right there, it looks like, man, like I want to know what in the world is he looking at? Because whatever that picture's fly, bro. It's looking like he looking at something that he sees that I want that feeling. That's what you look like, man. You look like you're looking right into the future. Like, I want that feeling. Like, yeah, y'all, if y'all knew what I'm looking at, y'all be over here looking like this too. So, whoo, brother, your picture says it all.
Either what he looking at, Eric, or something that he heard that
how he feeling, something.
Yeah.
There's something electric about that right there, Dan. Your picture is something electric. It's either like Marcellus, what you're looking at, or what you're feeling, or what you know, but it's something positive electric about that.
I'm gazing into this future with y'all. That's it. I'm gazing into this future with Xperts. I ain't got nowhere else to go but up.
I love it, brother. I love it. Anybody else before we bring Rita and see what Rita can do today? Y'all be throwing curveballs at Rita. So Rita, I think they do this just to try to stretch you. They try to throw me off track just to try to mess with you, see how good your skills is. All right, no other hands? Rita Brown, take us downtown, Rita Brown. Let's see if you can recap this one.
All right. Exercise the 3-foot rule, regardless of where you are. Remember, it's not about you. Collaboration is something you want and don't have it. Collaborate. If you give clients a good experience, whether they buy now or later, you will get referrals. Have the courageous conversation with your clients so they can be truthful with you about their medical conditions and their finances. We want our customers to keep their policies. I can't let money control me. I have to control the money. Get out of the house. Get from behind the computer. You got to keep watering and nurturing till it grows. If it's a good seed, it will grow. Are you focusing on trying to remodel your own kitchen? Or are you trying to build a community? It's not what you know that matters most. It's how you think. There are potholes everywhere. Avoid them and keep focusing on your destination. Put yourself in groups on Facebook that you don't care about so you can see what else is going on in the world. Everyone has a chance to create their own following. You have to have the right processes and systems in place. It's not a lack of resources. It's not a lack of money. It's a lack of faith and belief.
God help us. Rita Brown, you just broke that thing like.
How does she do that?
I know, man.
Woo!
I'm talking about keeping up in real time.
Hot. Love it, Rita. Still waiting for that book.
You're the best. Made this whole thing sound like magic. I'm like, what?
You the best.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
You know how they used to have cliff notes? Man, reader
Yeah.
notes is taking over.
Reader notes is taking over, man. Game over, y'all.
Reader, you sure? Not AI?
I know.
I'm real. I'm real.
Rita is
You know they
a
got this new
straight
AI.
up stenographer. You hear me? That's your calling, honey. You are a straight up stenographer.
Man, AI ain't got nothing on you. I'm trying to tell you right now. I've seen some of these AI notes that come off of the Zooms, man. They don't break it down like that. It's so simple and plain. Oh, tonight, Xperia 2024. It's going to be a bomb. We're going to come out and celebrate. We got why did my mind just drew a blank? Tawana Chisley is doing her grand opening tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Xperia2024.com, EXPERIOR2024.com. Registered. Xperia2024.com. And
it's not just me. It's Takesha's one of Takesha's partners as well.
One of Takesha's partners as well. So Miss Takesha Carr is going to bring the house down. She is the speaker for tonight. So y'all tune in. Takesha Carr, 7 p.m. tonight. I know Frank DeLeo has his training for y'all, so tuning into the training. Coaches, probably not going to have a coaches meeting tonight. Pray for me. I'm getting ready to go see my doctor, my dentist, and he's probably going to make me looks more beautiful than I look now. So I don't know what they decide to do. So I may talk, I may not talk after this meeting, after this session. So if I don't talk, when y'all call me, I don't answer the phone. Y'all know why.
Ooh.
Gonna make the whiter. That's what they say. So we'll see. Talk to y'all later.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Have a great day.